Did we see the Brady cliff?
We won't know until next year. What I said was 18 months. Within 18 months, he was going to fall off the cliff. And by the way, when pressed on this show, I clarified it means he could do it through the Super Bowl, but then not next year. He has so far gone to the very end of my prediction, but we won't know until next year. Now, look, the dumb kind of sports thing to say is he lost, therefore cliff. And then, of course, the retort would be 500 yards. What cliff? But let's be honest, guys. Tom Brady made some excellent throws, no question about it. And he still has that thing where he can crouch, take a half step to the side, has this spidey sense where the defender's about to hit him and release the ball, right? He still can do that. When will he ever not be able to do that? But let's be honest. A lot of those throws were wobbly throws, didn't look so good. Let's remember what that game looked like. And a lot of the yards were guys open in the flat and even beyond without a defender within 10 or 15 yards of them. Those yards really belong to Belichick as much as anyone. And let's also not forget, I don't want to take any credit away from Nick Foles, who had an excellent game. But this was a game in which the offense, neither offense could be stopped. And it's not like Philadelphia went in with an offense that we thought was like the Patriots. And yet they couldn't be stopped either. How often did Philadelphia punt, right? This was not a game with a lot of punts in it. So Tom Brady, is he going to hit the cliff? Look, there was enough there that I understand why Bill Belichick looked at Tom Brady and said, I want to hang on to Jimmy Garoppolo. And Tom Brady didn't like that, according to reports, which seem credible and which have since then turned out, it looks as though they are credible. You never know what happens behind closed doors, but that's been the reporting. And Robert Kraft interceded and said, wait a minute. Tom Brady gets to be the quarterback as long as he likes Belichick, trade Garoppolo. Coach didn't want to do that. The GM, the greatest coach and maybe the greatest GM who ever lived, looked at Brady and said, I want to keep that other guy. And the owner interceded in order to make him trade that other guy. So what does that mean? It means Belichick is seeing things in practice, et cetera, that are certain warning flags for him. And I also saw that in yesterday's game.
It's interesting because I'm listening to you speak, and you made sure to remind us all that you went to the game, and it seems like you were chilling in the suite, eating sushi and partying and not watching the same quarterback that the rest of us was watching, that threw for over 500 yards, that had 3 receivers that caught for over 100 yards, even without Brandon Cooks, for crying out loud. And by the way, your definition of falling off the cliff, first you told us definitively was 18 months. Then you came back a couple of months later and explained to us, because we clearly didn't comprehend and understand where you were coming from. Then after that, you sat up there and said, see, I told y'all, because over the last 5 weeks before the season ended, he was looking like the cliff had arrived. But now you're saying, well, now it's going to be not the Super Bowl, but after the Super Bowl going into next season. All over the place. Here's what the bottom line is.
All in one place.
All over the place. Everybody in America know you all over the place. I ain't going to even bother you about it.
One place. Nice branding try, but you're wrong.
Yeah, I ain't going to bother you. I'm not going to even bother you. Because, listen, I told you before, I lost this debate a long time ago. You keep changing the damn definition of it. So
nothing's ever been changed.
I cannot win because I get you here, you come here. I get you here, you come there. You keep changing it up. It doesn't matter. He's Tom Brady. 505 yards passing. Did he miss a couple of throws, Damien? Of course he missed a couple of throws. There is no doubt about that. But we also know this. New England Patriots didn't lose this game because of Tom Brady. We know that much. The brother put up 33 points, okay? He did. It was a defense, Matt Patricia's defense, Bill Belichick's defense, that couldn't stop a damn soul. That's why the New England Patriots are sitting here today, and they're not Super Bowl champions. Damien, I'll let you go ahead.
Thank God.
I'll let you go ahead, Damien. I'll let you go.
Hey, Max, when did you say this whole cliff thing? Was it like 5 years ago?
No, 18 months ago.
It was like 18 months ago?
It was 18 months ago. He said it would be 18 months.
That's right.
Now he's extending it.
And when asked for clarification, when asked for clarification, I told you it could go through this Super Bowl.
Hey, Max.
Yes.
Would you agree that Tom Brady had a better game than Nick Foles last night?
Nope. No, I wouldn't. I would say Belichick had a better. Nope.
Max,
I would say Belichick
now.
had a better game than Peterson. Nope. I would say 255 yards belong to Tom Brady and 250 belong to Belichick and McDaniel.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Last I checked, was Belichick and McDaniels on the field? You got to go out there and throw the passes. I mean, coaching will only take you so far. At some point, you got to get a man props. The man is on the field making things happen out there, baby.
Last I checked, were the Philadelphia Eagles defenders anywhere near Patriots offensive players? How many throws did Brady make? No defender within 10 yards of the receiver.
So because Tom Brady had great protection, you gonna knock him? I mean, I thought this whole discussion was about, is Brady falling off a cliff? Hey, if you can't get to him, then you got to step your game up. But that had nothing to do with Brady slicing and dicing the Eagles' defense, looking like 7-on-7 out there. And you're going to sit here and say on national television right now that Tom Brady is falling off a cliff? What cliff are we talking about here? I don't see any cliff. Do you see a cliff in this First Take studio? I'm looking right now. Molly, is there a cliff in this First Take studio? Because I don't see what cliff you're talking about where Tom Brady is falling off right now.